It is June 13. I have been at war for 840 days. That's exactly 840 days more than anyone should ever have to spend at war. But in reality, I have no choice. None of the Ukrainians who went to war had a choice. It's now clear to everyone that this is a war of annihilation. For the Russians, the ultimate goal isn't just seize part of Ukraine, but to completely destroy it. They have no other plans. The Russians thought it would be an easy and simple task, that they could annihilate Ukrainians, forcing some to give up their identity and executing others in a matter of weeks, that Ukraine would be scared and surrender immediately. That was the calculation in 2022. It was supposed to be Blitzkrieg, a shockingly swift and successful operation for the occupiers. Putin didn't want a war. Moreover, he didn't believe it was even possible. In his mind, the destruction of Ukrainians was supposed to be a walk in the park, something that would later be written about in history books as his unqualified triumph. I don't know if you've heard this, but the first burned columns of Russian equipment were filled with parade uniforms. The Russians were preparing for a parade in Kiev right from the start. They didn't expect any real resistance. War is very risky, full of unpredictable elements. There's a reason they talk about the fog of war, the uncertainty that comes with it. That's why Putin didn't intend to wage a war. He wanted to win without one, just by rattling his weapons and scaring the world. But it did not work out. The Russians had to fight. War, a large bloody war, has been our reality for 841 days now, for both us and them. And every day, war becomes more significant in Russian politics, more important for them. Putin started it, he tried to control it, but now it increasingly controls him. That's exactly what I wrote about in my article for Substack. Read it and remember that the war has not gone anywhere, that Ukraine is fighting, that every day the best sons and daughters of our country are dying. And I want to warn you that this war is here for the long haul. These almost 2.5 years of full-scale fighting are just the beginning, but more on that another time.